Hello, this is Alan from Cornerstone Property Solutions. Today, I'd like to talk about foreclosures. It's estimated that over 2 million people in this country are in the foreclosure process. It's an important issue for anyone who is behind on their mortgage. So I'm going to talk about two things. First of all, negotiating with the bank and what options are available to you. Secondly, what options to sell your property. The third option, losing your house, is not an option, so we won't even go there today. Okay. So we always get asked by homeowners, what's the best course of action if I'm behind on my mortgage? If you're behind a couple of months, typically you get a pre-foreclosure notice from your bank, basically threatening that if you don't catch up, you'll get into the foreclosure process. 3-4 months into it, they'll probably send you a foreclosure notice, which means if you don't pay your back mortgage, they're going to start taking possession of your property. You don't want that to happen. So here are your options. First of all, what can you do with your bank? We advise that if you get a pre-foreclosure notice and certainly a foreclosure notice, that you communicate with your bank as often as possible and fully document what the discussions are. Hopefully, you can negotiate with your bank and stay in your home. There are basically 4 ways to deal with the bank. You can get a loan modification to reduce your monthly payments, rare but possible. You could get a forbearance agreement to add your missed payments onto your future payments. Now, if you've had a life crisis situation, whether it's a health issue, a divorce, lost a job, that's probably not going to help you out a lot because it's just going to delay the inevitable. You could refinance your mortgage. Some banks will allow you to do that, but with today's mortgage rates, that may put you further behind the 8 ball than you currently are. And sometimes you can do a deed in lieu of foreclosure, which basically means you give your property back to the bank. Not a good option either. Okay. The second group of options is, as we've discussed previously, how to sell your house quickly and painlessly. Now, the ways to sell your house are you could do a for sale by owner. Unfortunately, we've noticed people who try to sell their houses themselves usually can take 6 months to a year, and you don't typically have that much time. Similarly, you could contract a real estate agent. You'd probably get the best price for your house, but it could take 3 to 6 months. And if you're in a foreclosure process, you don't have that amount of time. You could sell to a cash buyer, in which case they will come in, evaluate what they can give for you for your house, and basically they could do a closing in 2 weeks, month at max. And banks typically would prefer that their customers in foreclosure sell their properties, because the bankers I've talked to want to get paid. They don't want the property. If they get the property, they're typically going to just turn around and sell it to a hedge fund, and they're not going to make as much money on it as if you sold it and paid down your mortgage. You could sell subject to, which is basically somebody comes in, they take over your property, but you continue with the mortgage. So they make the payments, they make the back payments. They're basically riding on your mortgage. They get your credit back, and at some future date, usually not too far in the future, they'll basically take possession of your house. So that's a little known way to do that. The final option, like I said, is to lose your house, and it's really not an option. So I'll close by saying that we at Cornerstone Property Solutions are always here to listen to you. We provide unique situation advice. So if everybody's unique. So we will provide advice as to what the best way for you to go, given your unique circumstances. We do not charge for our consultative services. We just want you to be able to get the best situation settled for you so you can move on with your life happily. So please reach out to us with further questions. You could reach us at webuycps.com, or you can call directly at 603-489-3923. Have a wonderful day. Nice talking to you. Bye-bye.